Welcome to Unleashing the Power of Women Voices event. Today we are celebrating the final showcase of this season, and I'm so thrilled to have all of you joining us today for this live event featuring the speakers of the Women Thrive Summit 2026. And today I have my wonderful co-host, Abigail Rebecca. I see you're very excited. How are you?
I'm very excited. I've been here dancing to a bit of Diana Ross, speaking to our speakers in the green room. So excited that we are in our final showcase before the summit. So yes, ready to hear what these amazing women have to say.
Yes, and this is our second event of the day. So if you are tuning in live, you may want to go back and catch the morning showcase where we already had 10 speakers speaking this morning. They were phenomenal. There were so many amazing messages around growth and confidence, showing up, building a community, healing. There were so many amazing messages within it that the ladies covered, and building a successful business. Now, at Women Thrive, we have a super diverse community of women from all around the world, from different walks of life, who are here to pour into you, to deliver their message, to speak their truth, to sow seeds of not only inspiration but growth into you. So I hope that as we go through today's showcase, you find inspiration, you find moments of connection with someone, and if you do, make sure you connect with our speakers. But I have two asks before we begin. I want to give you two asks. One is to leave a comment to let us know where you're joining from, and if you enjoy somebody's talk, give them their flowers. And my ask number two is to share this live stream right now. So if you're watching this right now, go ahead and share it to your audience, because this is the way to ensure that we are able to reach a wider audience. And this is all about amplifying women's voices. Abigail, this has been quite a season this year. What has stood out for you? And maybe what ladies can expect if they join the Women Thrive Summit?
What's really stood out for me is the messages of empowerment, support for one another. As if many of you, I'm sure, have followed Women Thrive for a long time, or maybe you're new, and if you're new to the community, then welcome. But one of the things that we talk about a lot at Women Thrive is collaboration over competition, and this is not just some slogan. It really does have a lot of meaning behind it, because it's really important for us to support one another, to collaborate with one another. I don't want to build my business on my own. Every single woman that has come in and is speaking on our stage has done it because they've got something to say. And of course, they want to be a speaker and all the wonderful things that come from that. But also they've really come in because they want to join a community of like-minded women. And we are so proud of the fact that we've got women from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different cultures, different ages, different stages within their business, but coming together and supporting one another. And I know that you feel the same about this, Ramonda. It really shines when you come onto the summit. You can see the connection, you can see the sisterhood. And that is something that every single one of these women is able to take with them for years to come, this wonderful community to support them in their growth.
Yeah. And as an attendee or participant within the community, actually you're joining this tightly knit community of amazing, phenomenal women, and you get to enjoy that, build those relationships. And it's nothing better than finding your tribe, finding your community. And women are here just to cheerlead each other and support each other. And it's quite rare, I think, in today's environments. And I've spoken to many women from different, countries and environments. And they say, it is not as common as we would like it to be to find very supportive women's spaces. And I hope that we are defining that, like we're changing that narrative, and we are creating a safe space. So I always say that Women Thrive platform is really a safe space for you to come in, to be yourself. You don't need to wear a mask, and to build those relationships, knowing that there is support for you and knowing that you're going to find someone who is just like you. So I'm sure that as you listened to today's conversations, you probably can relate to some of the stories.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it was definitely guaranteed today for sure. If going by what happened on the showcase this morning, our AM showcase, it was very, very inspirational. And there's always like a common theme. We're always like, what's going to be the thread that joins everyone together? So I'm really intrigued to see what the common theme will be with our showcase today.
Yeah, there's definitely, and it's a wave of like different messages throughout, and it all weaves and connects at some point. Woo, Abigail, should we bring on our first speaker of this evening?
Yeah, let's do it. We have got a packed show for you today. We've got so many speakers that will be coming on and sharing with you. So, as Ramonda just said, that please come into the chat, connect with the speakers, share your aha moments, ask questions, give our speakers support, give them energy. You will receive that energy back tenfold, and most importantly, connect with some amazing women and have lots of fun. So I am very excited to introduce our first speaker onto the stage. Her name is Robin Banks, and she is the visionary founder and CEO of NeuroVerity Global, a functional neuroscience coaching practice dedicated to helping women optimize brain health, restore nervous system adaptability, and expand internal capacity so they can live, lead, and love from a position of wholeness. Welcome, Robin. It's wonderful to have you here.
Hi, Abigail. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm so excited to be here. That was a mouthful, but I appreciate the intro. I'm excited.
Put my teeth in. We were just saying congratulations on being the first speaker of our last.
I know. I'm so excited. So excited.
Fantastic. Well, we are very excited to hear what you have to say. Please take it away. And then when you've finished, I'll be back for a bit of a chat.
Thank you. Thank you, Abigail. In scripture, David says in Psalms 139 and 14, he says, poetically but powerfully, he says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, for my heart knoweth well. This scripture is foundational for me and the way that I choose to live my life now. And it is the fuel that powers the passion for the work that I get to do now. And that is to help women to understand their divine design and lean into it so that they can carry life in all its fullness, and in all its challenges, so that they can carry life without getting stuck in survival mode or burnout and overwhelm. And I believe wholeheartedly that we were designed with divine purpose, intention, and precision. And because of that, we can live in the fullness of wholeness. Not perfection, but alignment. But that doesn't mean that we are not going to experience heartache and pain or loss or disappointment in this life. This is a part of the human experience that we all get to participate in. But what it does mean is that we were created intentionally and that we can lean into life with the freedom and the abundance of the calling that we have on our life. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it when we're going through things and we feel stuck and we feel like there's nothing that we can do. But I want to offer you encouragement and a shift in your perspective. And I think there's only two things that you need to do to have that. First is a belief that things can actually change and that you can actually walk out life the way that you believe that you should. So that belief is important. Second, I believe that you just need to know how to do it, what steps you need to take to actually lean into the life that you believe that you were called to live. And so I want to share a really quick story with you, and I hope that it just encourages you first to just believe what's possible. I got married at 23 years old. I married my college sweetheart, and life was what I thought was good or what looked good on the outside. But on the inside, I was struggling. I was struggling with life because I was silently dealing with an infertility struggle. And that left me feeling guilty and shame and disappointment. And so life felt hard for me. But that changed when I got pregnant, and I got pregnant at 39 with triplets, only to lose all 3 of my triplets to a debilitating infection that I caught in the hospital while on bed rest. I did, though, after that, I did what I thought I was supposed to do, and that was to survive. I survived the loss of my triplets, but I picked myself up and I started life again. And I lived life to the fullest until in 2000, and this was in 2011 when my triplets passed. I began to get back to myself and live life. But in 2017, I had a medical emergency that turned into an undiagnosed struggle with a mystery illness that doctors could not find out why I was having the symptoms that I was having or what was causing me to decline in my health. In October 2017, and this is still a struggle sometimes for me to remember this, but in 2017, the doctor sent me home and they said, we understand that your health is declining. And for 3 months, we've been trying to figure out why, and we have no answers for you. So the only thing that we can do at this point is to release you because there's nothing more that we can do. And so this was a defining moment for me. Was I going to do what I did when I lost my triplets, and that was survive, or was I going to find a way to thrive? And with the radical love and many prayers from my friends, my family, and the people that love me, I decided that instead of just surviving, that I wanted to live and I wanted to thrive. And so that's what I did. So I religiously prayed, I meditated, I did affirmations, breath work. I did all the things that I thought I needed to do to get better. And I started to see a shift. I got better. I felt better. I was encouraged by the progress that I was making. So of course I'm excited and I have to tell everybody about what happened, but I had to be able to explain this to people. And so that's what led me to studying neuroscience and where I am today, and having a functional neuroscience practice that helps women to, again, carry life in a way that does not cost them their health, well-being, or mentality. Their health, well-being, or their sanity, not mentality. And so I want to continue this. I am losing my place here. I'm trying to keep in my 5 minutes, Abigail. So I am excited that I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about the how-to. I hopefully with my story, you're encouraged to believe that it is actually possible, again, to live the life that you were called to live. But I'm going to be sharing more about the how to do that at the Women Thrive Summit of 2026 that's happening March 16th to the 20th. And I'm going to be speaking on March 16th at 12 o'clock noon. And my topic is Whole on Purpose, the Neuroscience of Living Wholly. And so at that point, I am going to share some tips, tricks, and techniques of neuroscience that will help you lean into your full capacity and live life whole. Thank you.
Robin, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your vulnerability in sharing your story. I know that would not be an easy thing to share, and I just want to honor that. And you sharing your story and standing for that, sharing that, and really giving this wonderful message of, you were talking about radical self-love. You have this supportive community around you, and something that I can't even imagine what it must have been like, but you have transformed that into something that you can give as a gift.
Yes.
To this world. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for that.
It is a tough, just when you think sometimes that you are over the emotion of something, to speak it sometimes becomes a challenge. And wow. It's been years since I suffered the loss of my triplets, but at the moment I'm feeling that same that same heaviness. And that can be a challenge. But I appreciate this opportunity and this platform to share and encourage you that it does get better, that we are equipped with everything that we need to get through the challenges of life and live life and thrive.
It is. It's such a message of hope. It really is. And I'm so glad that you decided to thrive. And
me too.
You are using this as, as a way to be able to transform the lives of others. So thank you so much, Robin. We are very, very excited to have you on.
Thank you.
Day one. You're going to be on day one, which is amazing.
Thank you.
Can you remind us again where we can find you? Where can we follow you? Where can we start to be part of your universe? Where do you post things?
Yes, I can be found on LinkedIn at Robin R. Banks, and on my professional website, which is robinrbanks.com.
Wonderful.
Thank
you so much, Robin, for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was Robin Banks. Please make sure that you go follow her and show her some love. I mean, Robin, you've got so much love here in the comments. It's such a very, very moving story, but the way that you are transforming this into a message of hope, it's so needed. And, as Mikkel's just said in the comments, neuroscience is so needed. It really is. So make sure that you go and follow her and check out her talk. She's going to be speaking on day one of the Women Thrive Summit. Okay, I love to see the comments. Keep the comments coming. Keep the love coming. Keep it flowing through. It's so wonderful to see all of you supporting the speakers and also really, getting something out of this, which is why we put this event together. We do it to give you inspiration and tangible steps that you can take away with you to really transform your business and your life. Okay, so we are on a tight schedule. I'm going to move very quickly on to our wonderful, wonderful speaker. Her name is Susan Walker. She is a psychotherapist, a speaker, and an author who has provided patient care to help others achieve emotional well-being and personal growth. Susan and her husband and business partner, Philip, founded Walker Wellness Clinic in 1994. And Susan has clinical expertise in treating stress, anxiety, depression, eating disorders, body dysmorphia, and body image issues. Welcome, Susan. It's wonderful to have you on the stage. Oh, Susan, I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Fantastic. Take it away, and I'll be back to speak to you after your talk.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. When I was a little girl growing up in Texas, my favorite season was autumn. I loved that our school hosted a Halloween festival, and we would all dress up in our costumes with finger paint on our faces. And when we got older, we would go trick-or-treating, and we would also go and roll people's houses with toilet paper. But my favorite event at the Halloween festival was the cakewalk. And if you've never done a cakewalk, you walk in a circle as the music's playing, and if you happen to land on the right square when the music stops, you win a free cake. Easy peasy, as my husband would say, who's a Brit. In America, we often say piece of cake. Over the years, I have decided to develop what I call body esteem quotient. I've been in the practice of working with eating disorders, body image issues for over 4 decades. And my eating disorder body esteem quotient that I developed is called body esteem quotient, as I said. It includes psychology quotient, nutrition quotient, exercise quotient, and fashion quotient. For the sake of time today, I'm going to focus more on the psychology quotient. According to neuroscience, the very best thing that can happen to you is a relationship. On the other hand, the worst thing that can happen to you is a relationship. When you've been practicing as long as I have, you start to see patterns and trends in relationships. And I've noticed more recently that many women who are empaths are attracted to narcissism, NPD, whether it be malignant, overt, covert. What happens in these relationships is sometimes the abuse they suffer, whether it be gaslighting, manipulating, lying, being passive aggressive, it takes a toll on their emotional health. It definitely affects their body image and their relationship with food. Some of the mental health issues that pop up as a result of it are alcoholism, polysubstance abuse, an eating disorder, depression, anxiety, PTSD, and even complex PTSD in cases. However, I am the most hopeful therapist you'll ever meet. I believe that you can overcome this healthy relationship and still be an empath and have compassion and empathy for others, but you'll be unstoppable. You will have boundaries. You will not put up with any of that psychopathology ever again. The next thing I want to bring up in terms of psychology quotient is a hunger rating scale. Many people who are not in touch with their emotions are clearly not in touch with hunger sensation or satiety. What I teach you in my book is to get in touch with loneliness, anger, sadness, anxiety, stress, whatever it may be, and to make sure that you're not doing emotional eating or it doesn't lead to a formal eating disorder. The next thing I would like to talk about in terms of psychological quotient is the most important type of intelligence. It's called metacognition. And basically, metacognition is where a person is able to analyze their behaviors, their cognitions, and their emotions in real time. In my book, I have several lists of cognitions, emotions, and behaviors, and they're like a big bowl of spaghetti. I have a beautiful holder that I bought in Sandwich, Kent, England, visiting my family that are from England, and it contains spaghetti inside. The noodles are all straight and hard, but once you dump them into the pot to boil, they become intertwined, just like a big bowl of spaghetti. And I want to teach you how to unravel that bowl of spaghetti, to be able to say, right now, I'm obsessing about my weight. I want to look like her. She's beautiful. I wonder what she has to eat every day. I wonder how much she works out. I wonder what size jeans she has. It will drive you bananas. And then that may lead to emotions like I feel inadequate, I feel really sad, I'm nervous about my body image, which leads to either binging or restricting. You will learn how to pull those apart and analyze each one before you act on it. I want to close with this. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind you and what lies before you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you." I have 100% confidence, regardless of your background, regardless of your life experiences, that you can foster beautiful body esteem and your self-esteem will soar. Learn to be your own kind of beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan. Oh, what a great talk.
Thank you.
I love when you speak because, of course, you have your clinical background and all of your expertise in that area, but also you bring such a realness and a warmth and this humanistic, very, very nurturing side to you. And, I remember when we had our conversation on the Women Thrive podcast, you've done 2 now, haven't you? Fantastic. Honestly, go and check it out. Go and check out the Women Thrive podcast and go and see Susan's interviews. But, we had such a great conversation, and this self-esteem piece, this thing that we can very often have as women about not showing up, not doing our thing, not living the life that we want to live because we're so worried about what people will think and also what we think about our bodies as well. It can be really debilitating, can't it? Susan's disappeared.
Oh, no.
I can hear you, Susan. I can hear you.
Abigail has been wonderful with my challenges with technology. I'm still here. You just can't see me.
We can hear you. What have you most enjoyed about your journey on the Women Thrive Summit and being in the community, Susan?
There's been many things, but I think meeting the lovely ladies, I think Ramonda and you, Abigail, have put together a really innovative business plan for Women Thrive Media. And I like what you said at the beginning. I have been met with kindness, support. Strangers have offered to help me with technology or my speech that I've never met before. They are lovely ladies. They've been very inspirational to me. I love our chats that we have every Wednesday. I think it's building up a strong community and a great support system for the future, because I know going forward, I want to stay in touch with these ladies, and I want to do everything in my power to boost their business and refer to them and help them be successful. That's very important to me, very meaningful. But it's been an extraordinary experience. I would encourage anyone who's interested in this to pursue it. It's well worth it.
Wonderful. Well, it's been absolutely fantastic having you
Thank
in
you.
our community, on our stage, on our podcast, on the front cover of the magazine. You know, so many things that have happened. And where can people find you, Susan? Like, where can people go and find you online or your website? Can you share that with us?
Sure, I'm happy to share that. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I'm also on TikTok and LinkedIn. And if you want to check out my book, it's on Amazon. And it's also on my website in hardback. And it's bodyesteem.com. And the name of the book is Body Esteem, Piece of Cake and Peace of Mind.
Wonderful. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
For sharing your wisdom.
Thank you so much, Abigail.
Okay, so we hope that you enjoyed that very inspirational talk. And yeah, I've just seen a comment from Laura Dunning. We put it on the screen, but this is a really lovely quote, actually. Learn to be your own kind of beautiful. It's such a wonderful message. We're all beautiful in our own way, and we have the most beautiful speakers inside and out. And, you know, their intentions, their values, and their bigger purpose in life, their dharma in life really shines through. And we're so excited that you get to see that and to get the opportunity to be able to witness them while they're speaking on stage. So I would love to invite our next speaker onto the stage. Her name is Brenda Huckel, and she is an award-winning author and women's empowerment and authorship advisor with 30 years of experience in HR and transformational coaching. She helps women break through self-doubt and write with authority and purpose. Her book, Courageously Authentic, blends emotional healing and personal transformation and has been featured globally. Through the Courageously Authentic Writer's Toolkit, she equips women with the tools they need to write the book they were born to share. Brenda, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Abigail. So good to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you. Please take it away and I'll be on afterwards to
Sounds good. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Over the past month, there's one theme that just keeps surfacing repeatedly in my conversations with my clients. It's a simple word, one syllable, 4 letters. Can you guess what it is? Fear. It's a word that can move us toward change or keep us standing still, just keep us stuck. Because fear controls everything. It controls our decisions, it influences our timing, it controls the choices that we make. How many times has fear prevented you from changing your life, from speaking up, maybe starting something new, or just finally choosing yourself? Because fear is persuasive, right? It sounds practical, it even sounds logical, but it convinces us that it's protecting us, but it's not protecting us. It's protecting our comfort, our attachment to the familiar, the version of us that feels safe yet unseen. And this is where many women find themselves. They feel pulled towards something more, but when the fear has a hold on us, we delay the very life we want to live, that we want to create, because the fear has learned to speak as our voice and convince us that maybe that change is too risky. Hi, I'm Brenda Huckel. I'm the award-winning author, Courageously Authentic, and Women's Authorship and Empowerment Advisor. Many of us fear the fear just blends into our daily life, especially when we feel the need to change, when we finally choose ourselves. This is exactly what happened to me. I felt the pull to leave my executive position and step into entrepreneurship at 55. I ignored it for 10 years until I couldn't ignore it any longer. And I knew it was time. It was time to write my book, Courageously Authentic, and share my lived experience with the world. Fear told me that leap carried way too much risk. But courage reminded me that legacy mattered more. This is what I discovered. When I left, I discovered something very powerful, that when women write from their lived experience, their words create healing for others, just like my book does. Many women I work with feel called to write a book, yet the fear of visibility and judgment keeps them from moving forward. And at the heart of the hesitation is one question that I am asked repeatedly. Does my story truly matter? And I'm here to tell you it does, because your lived experience is where your wisdom lives. When you write from that place, you reach someone who sees herself in your story. Your book may become the permission that another woman's waiting for that one moment when she finally says, I choose me. So if this resonates with you, I invite you to join me at the Women's Thrive Summit on March 16th at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm going to be presenting Breaking the Author Ceiling, Releasing Your Voice and Personal Power. I'm going to share with you my 5-step signature framework that helps women move from hesitation to authorship. It also helps you remove the emotional barriers that keep you in the state of fear and resistance. I'm going to also be sharing my Courageously Authentic Writers Toolkit, so be sure you reserve your free seat today. It's going to be an amazing summit. And when you register, you're going to receive my author self-authorization kit for free. And for those who upgrade to a VIP pass, I'm going to be giving away for free the Author Positioning Snapshot. Now, this is an AI-powered tool valued at $149. And what this tool does, it helps you articulate how you present your book and yourself as an author across all social media platforms and speaking platforms. So the fear may still be there. The difference is who leads now, you or the fear. Choose you. I hope to see you on March 16th at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. I always love to hear you speak. Choose you. Choose you. What a
That's
great
right.
You talk a lot about moving through this resistance, you know, the things that we want to do in life that we really like desire and we really want to manifest, we really want to create, but there's certain things that keep us from doing that. And then I know you mentioned at the beginning there that it took a long time for you to leave corporate. Like, what did it take for you? Because that's the big leap.
That's a big leap. Yeah, it was one day when I had a colleague of mine come in my office, and she was very well poised. She was a high executive, and she just broke down in tears. Now, this is a woman that was very well trained in emotional intelligence, always kept it together. And the more she cried, and she finally said, I can't do this anymore, Brenda. I can't keep living my life for everybody else and meeting everybody else's expectations. And the more she cried and the more she broke down, I realized it was a mirror for me because I was miserable. I was extremely successful, made a lot of money, won awards, but I was miserable inside because I wasn't following my calling. I was following society's calling. And so that it was tricky because my husband was very sick at the time and he was living on Social Security. But after she left and I got her calmed down and we talked, we both quit the same day. So we walked away, and I walked away and I wrote my book, and it's just taken off. You don't know what's on the other side of your fear. If you would just face the fear and do what your heart is calling you to do, the doors are going to open up. Everything's going to fall in place because you're allowing the natural flow.
Yeah. These big leaps of faith can create a lot of fear, but also bring the big rewards. And I can certainly resonate with what you're saying. I left 10 years ago and started my business. And now, of course, you're perfectly positioned to be able to help other women through, you know, their fear of writing a book and being visible in that way.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming, but I purposely designed the tools for them to either work privately, because a lot of women suffer in silence. They don't feel comfortable letting anyone know that they're struggling. So that's why I discovered the tools the way I did. I designed the tools the way I did. So they can either work with me directly or they can work individually. So it gives them the whole emotional piece of it and the practical side of authorship. So they have it all. Because I want them to be able to enjoy the process and really write from their lived experience, not AI, write from their heart, because you will impact you're going to leave a legacy for women around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so excited to have you share your expertise on the Women Thrive stage on the summit next month. It's only a few weeks away.
I know.
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it's here.
Brenda, we've been through so much.
I know. We have.
Remind us again, where can we find you? Where can we find you online?
BrendaHugo.com. If you go to my website, it has all my social media links. I'm on all social media links except TikTok. So I'm out there. I'm everywhere. Just Google my name.
Just Google her, you can find her.
Yeah, there's only one Hugo.
Thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
So that was Brenda 𝐤𝐤𝐞𝐚. Please make sure that you go and follow her online. We have got a couple of minutes before our next speaker. I can see a wonderful lady in the green room. She's got bright red lipstick and she looks stunning and she is glowing. Oh, could that be Ramonda Jan, who's the founder of Women Thrive and CEO?
Oh my goodness. You never fail to make me laugh, girl. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you
Okay, good.
enjoying? How are you enjoying the talk so far?
Oh, fun. Honestly, it's great to see our ladies sharing their stories. Very powerful, very personal stories. And I think this is the power of the stage, that we create safe space for our community to share their stories and know that it's okay. It doesn't matter what you've been through. You're here, you survived it, and now you're a living testimony of just what is possible. And what's on the other side of healing and growth. So these things, there's always things that happen in life, but it's how we overcome and rise from it. That's what it really matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice words.
So yeah, it's a great showcase. I'm super proud of the ladies that we have for the lineup for the summit. Our summit is going to be a whole week worth of events, and I know we're gonna laugh and cry and celebrate and dance. And hey, it's Women's History Month, and what a better way to spend a whole week with international women, making those connections. Just today, actually, I was going through our event agenda, and when you look at the way we curated the event, it's like it goes from those beginnings of like starting out with just your vision and your purpose, and moving on to healing and growth and really accelerating and stepping into your leadership. So every day has a theme, and I could just see in the curated daily lineup, there is like a really nice energy and momentum that builds from one talk to another, and it's different energy of each speaker. Is going to be phenomenal. And during the day, we do have breakout sessions, which is going to be panels and Q&A sessions, as well as a networking opportunities. So a lot of virtual summits tend to be pre-recorded or just one-way streaming. And in this case, our attendees actually do get to participate, ask questions, be active, be on Zoom, be on camera, be on audio. So it's a completely different experience. And we've got a playlist of music, which we're going to have a lot of fun with.
Yeah. So we can you can join now. And it's completely free. That's what's so amazing about it. Just go over to womenthrivesummit.com and you will be able to claim your free ticket.
Yeah, we've been doing this summit since 2020 and it's 2026. For me, it's just really mind-blowing that it's been going on for so long. I shared something with you at the beginning of the year, which was quite personal. And I said, I don't know if we should carry on this summit. Because I had this moment where I had a doubt, right? And I'm not afraid to say it. And the reason why I had a doubt, because, we've started during COVID and we wanted to bring our community together from all around the world. But I thought, well, events are going back into real life events. Can we really do this? Can we sustain it? And then all of these things started to happen in a world where a lot of women's rights started to get rolled back, where women's voices started to get shut down and limited access to various things, our access to to boardrooms, to politics, to healthcare, and many other things. And when I started to have these conversations with our speakers who we, lined up for the summit, I could see their burning fire within them. that they had to make an impact, to create a change, to advocate for something that they believe in. And they each have been through some difficult and challenging times. So within them, they had this burning desire to do something, especially right now. And I just want to speak into that. And I'm so proud that, this platform has grown globally. And these amazing speakers who have these great, great missions continue to inspire me to do this year in and year out. And then whenever I have a wobble or doubt, is this, should we still carry on? Somebody comes out and says, Ray, you or your event has changed my life. This happens so much. And after that week, when I shared this, so many people came out and said, Ray, your event has literally changed my life. And that's my reminder to say, we got to keep going, and we got to keep creating this space for women to connect, to thrive, to build, to hold hands and make impact and have a voice, because there aren't so many media platforms out there in the world that celebrates and spotlights women, especially women in business and entrepreneurship. So for me, this is my life work to continue doing this and make sure that we build a diverse platform where every woman's story is celebrated.
Yeah. Really cool that is you're sharing, Ray. So many exciting things to come. And of course, we're going to be live in London in June. And we have our next speaker who has actually been confirmed as VIP speakers.
Oh, yes. I was like, who we got next?
I see her in the green room. She's there.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Ali is coming on next. Actually, Ali I met, maybe it was 2021. I think it was our second summit, and we got to work together and spend some time, and I got to witness her in her journey as a speaker, as an author, and just really in her entrepreneurship. And here we are so many years later. She is on a stage, and also we'll be meeting in person. I am literally so excited to give her biggest hug ever. And it's a journey. It just goes to show, like, if you're truly committed to what you love and your passion and your work, you're going to go on a journey with people. And I'm excited that a lot of the people in our community, we have been on a journey. Sometimes maybe they joined our event and then years later become a speaker, or in some way, shape, or form we connected, and then we get to meet in person. And that's really just special and magical.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce Ali, or do you want me to?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to. Before I fall back to mama duties. So I'd love to welcome our next speaker, who, of course, I've hinted who is, but I'd love to officially welcome Ali Hill to our virtual stage today. She is a midlife author, a speaker, and a coach, and the founder of Ali Hill Coaching, where she helps women in midlife move from feeling stuck or uncertain to living a life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. She's known for her relatable storytelling and practical strategies. Ali certainly inspires audiences to embrace change, challenge limiting beliefs, and create a future they're excited to wake up to. Ali, great to have you here. How are you?
Thanks so much, Ramonda. This has been wonderful to listen to all the powerful women. It's inspiring. It's amazing. Really happy and grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah. And, I'm excited to have you at the summit this year. It's been a journey. Are you looking forward to the summit?
Yes, I think about what you said. It's been 5 years since we first met and connected, and I wasn't ready then, but I'm ready now. And, it just goes to show the belief in yourself. If you don't quit, if you can just keep taking what I call baby steps in the right direction, who knows what's going to happen. So yes, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. But what inspires me about you, that you never shifted direction as far as like what you do and your passion for what you do. And that really comes from your life experience, and is deeply rooted into wanting to help women change their lives, especially for women in midlife. And you wrote a book about empty nesting because that was your experience. And it's just phenomenal to, even those years later, to see that you're so dedicated to continue this work. And I really admire that.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramanda. It just keeps expanding. It's even after the kids, right, they go off to college, and maybe you have that adjustment the first year. As I coached other women, I have expanded and things change, but it's easy to stay connected to that community because they are me. I am them. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I'm just grabbing a quick picture with you. And I'm going to hand over the mic to you, and I'll be back right at the end to have a quick chat with you.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. So a few years ago, I dropped my daughter off at college, Isabella, my one and only, my pride and joy. And I was back in Denver doing what I normally do, doing the rounds. I was getting gas, going to the grocery store, picking up dry cleaning. I was at our local grocery store, King Soopers. I picked up the usual things. Sourdough bread, check. Almond milk, check. On and on till I got to the snack aisle, aisle 7. There I grabbed my protein bars, my gluten-free crackers. I reached for the goldfish. You know the ones? The giant orange box. And I stopped cold. Because it was the first time in 18 years that I didn't need the box of goldfish. It may sound trivial, but it hit me like a ton of bricks. Not because it was about the goldfish, but because it was what it represented. I was no longer a full-time mom. I was no longer a parent to Isabella 24/7. And in that moment, I realized that my whole identity had shifted. I was no longer needed in the way that had always been needed before. And I didn't know what to do. But what happened in that moment could only be described as a full moment sobbing over the grocery cart. I think that all of those months of leading up had just come out in that moment. And I had this realization that if I wasn't needed anymore the same way I had before, then what else had shifted? My identity, my role, my purpose, it had all shifted. And in that moment, I also realized something else. Well, it was more of a thought than a realization. It felt like I had been fired from the world's best job, being a mom, something that I loved, but also something I was really good at. And I didn't have that role anymore. So when I was able to get myself back together and get out of the store, I don't think then I had the realization at the time that moment in aisle 7 was going to be a catalyst for what was to come. It was the moment that I chose expansion. I chose openness, creativity. It was a time when I was like, no, I am not going to shrink. I'm going to expand. And it was to become the next moment that I was going to choose me. So I want to introduce myself officially, although Ramanda already did it. Hi, I'm Allie. I am a best-selling author. I am a life coach, and I am a woman who passionately coaches midlife and other entrepreneur and empty nest women to create the next best chapter of their life. For the last 6 years, that's what I've been doing. And I have to say, it didn't come immediately. It came very slowly, this opportunity and career of mine. But if you had told me 6 years ago in aisle 7 that midlife was not an ending, but it was an invitation, I probably would have said, an invitation to what? Because at that moment, I did not have clarity. I did not have a plan B. I did not have any idea what I wanted to do in the next chapter. But what I did have is a little bit of willingness to be open. I certainly had a lot of uncertainty, but a little bit of openness helped. And what I've learned over the last 6 years coaching entrepreneurs and midlife and empty nest women is, the uncertainty that holds us back. It's not just for empty nest women. It's not just for people who have dropped off their kids at college. It's for women who've experienced any transition, which can come in the form of divorce, experiencing a loss, when a partnership ends. It can come really at any time. What I've also learned is that often when we as midlife women are in one of these transitions, we start to believe 4 lies. And I want to share these lies with you, not because they're things that you are unaware of. I bet you've all experienced them, but they're subtle, they're silent. They're not even things that have necessarily come from ourselves. They've come from other people or society or culture. But I think it's important to name them so that you're aware. They are, it's too late to start. My best years are behind me. I can't do anything until I have it all figured out. And if I focus on myself, then I'm selfish. Those lies might feel true to some of you. They might even feel responsible, like they have some modicum of truth in them. But they're silently, quietly keeping us small. And like I mentioned before, they're not necessarily ours. They're usually from the outside being put upon us. But we take them in and we believe them. So I want to say that at that point in life, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to stay open. Open was my word. Just be open to whatever's going to come my way. So when an unexpected email landed in my email box, and it was for life coaching, something at that point I had never heard of. Well, never heard of unless you count Martha Beck, who's Oprah's life coach. I didn't know it was something that the layperson could do. But when it came, I didn't have the reaction of, okay, this is for other people. This is for younger people. I had a willingness to be open and to say, what if? What if? That one decision, it didn't come from certainty. It came from simple curiosity. What that curiosity and openness did for me is it led to a whole new career. It led to me writing a book and coaching thousands of women and speaking on stages like this. It was not because I had a master plan, but because I was willing in that moment to challenge a belief that it was too late, that the best years of my life were behind me. I was willing to think, what if? So I want to ask you, where in your life has something shifted? Where have you been quietly telling yourself, it's too late. I don't know what I want to do next. The best years are behind me. And if I don't have it figured out, I can't start. Because what I do know is that midlife, and really any season of transition, isn't an ending. It is an invitation to more freedom than you ever thought possible, to more purpose than you've ever imagined, and to more possibilities, the curiosity, the openness, the willingness. I promise you, if you go into any transition with that mindset, the possibilities are endless. these 4 lies that I've mentioned, I'm going to speak to at the Women Thrive Conference, March 16th to 18th. I'll unpack them and I'll show you how to break free of them, because it's really important that we don't just learn the lies, but we feel inspired and then we get direction. Because what I do know is that our roles may change, but your relevance does never, never expire. Thank you so much.
Yay, Ali, beautiful. And it's really that identity shift that can happen and does happen throughout your life as you take on new roles. And they can be exciting. They don't have to be devastating or, cause you to break down. And I'm glad that you're here to share your story and show both sides of that experience, the darker sides and the what you had to go through, but also finding your new purpose and new joy in life.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I share a lot more in the full keynote and some of the darker side, because I think it's really important to shed a light on. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. There are some really hard moments, but it's from those hard moments that we find out what we're made of, what we're capable of, and how we can move forward. It's really important.
Yeah, amazing. Ali, great to have you here today. We are excited to see you at the Women Thrive Summit. Where can people find you?
Thank you. So everybody can find me at Ali Hill Coaching. That is my Instagram handle, my website, my email. I would love to see you there, and I really welcome everybody to the Women Thrive Summit. I'm so excited.
Amazing. Can you remind us, what is the name of your book?
Yes, in fact, I went and grabbed it. It's called The Girlfriend's Guide to Empty Nesting. So it's fun. It's a wonderful conversation of, you can read the whole thing, all 19 chapters. You can pick it up and just read, any chapter, but it's all about not just me, but many women's experience with. This was the book that I wish I'd had many years ago on the empty nest experience. So it's been really fun to write and find out that it's really impacted other women's lives.
Amazing. Ali, thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you at the summit.
Thank you so much, Ramonda. Thank you.
Thank you. What a great story. And of course, our speakers have gone through life experiences that you can draw from, and some of them you may relate to, for some may not. But this event is all about women coming together to share their stories, their testimonies, and the things they have had to overcome to be here. But what I know, that there is more that unites us than separates us. And you may have not experienced empty nesting yet, like myself. I'm a early mom, a young mom, but these life stages will come, and there's a lot of things we can draw from each other's experiences and wisdom. I want to invite my next speaker, who is lovely Janine Emily Smith, who is a globally recognized speaker, international best-selling author, award-winning songwriter, and co-host of the national TV show Rockstar Diaries, Healing Out Loud. She's also the host of The Rise and Roar with the Badass Lioness podcast, where she empowers women to rise, revive, and thrive by turning their stories into superpowers. Janine, welcome, superstar.
Oh, thank you. Hello. How are you?
I am great. I'm excited to have you here. I see you brought a hat. This morning we had a joke about hats.
Uh-oh. Do tell.
A good joke, because we were talking about a book that one of our speakers have just released this week, Step Into the Spotlight, and she recorded a series of videos with a hat, and we were just joking that that's her newest claim to fame. And we encouraged our attendees to bring a hat to the Women Thrive Summit. So I see you got the memo.
Yes. Nice. I love hats. I've got so many, and I just don't wear them enough.
Well, maybe you should do some video series with different hats you got.
Good idea. Oh my goodness.
They definitely caught on social media with Annette. So, hey, maybe we'll have a little chit chat. You can both do a series on that.
I love it.
Janine, I'll hand over the mic to you. I'll be back at the end to chit chat with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Hello, everybody. As Ray said, I'm Janine Emily, and my love and passion is in storytelling and in stage performance, whether it's a song, as a songwriter and a musician on the stage, or even in my daily life. I help women take it to the next level by making slight shifts and learning the secret sauce to make the utmost impact. I'd like to start by asking, and I wish I could see your lovely faces, who is a mom? Yeah, go ahead and put it in the comments. How about a dad? Well, number one, thank you for your service to the world. I love moms and dads. I'm a fur baby mom. Who is an aspiring speaker? How about a business owner? Put it in the comments. Every hand raised or every comment represents a story that could potentially impact and inspire so many others. I want to offer you some encouragement right now in the fact that you already have your powerful story. You're writing new chapters every day. But here's what some miss. What changes everything is not only how you communicate it, but how you show up. We've talked about nervous system today. It is about how your body shows up. Your presence determines whether people trust you, believe you, follow you, buy from you. Your story shows up in your emails, in your daily conversations, in how you lead and how you respond under pressure. At the Women Thrive Summit, March 16th at 10 a.m., I'll be talking about my story to stage framework because I empower clients on how to take their story to the stage with a secret sauce to reflect their true badass. You see, we're all on a stage, whether you know it or not. We're on a stage in life, our relationships, our kids. And, maybe you want to level up and write a book, a podcast, TV show, be a global speaker. I teach clients, which are my high achieving women clients, take their stories to their choice of a stage. I have spent 3 decades on all kinds of stages, lived experience. I started speaking in churches. I did jail ministry. I moved to global stages. I'm also a singer-songwriter. So yes, I was the little peanut that the people saw in the nosebleed section. And I've also been blessed on the other side to be on the other side of the mic, booking speakers, interviewing rock stars on my TV show. I have watched the most amazing women command a room while others are forgotten the moment they walk off. I do know the secret formula. And let me give you a little secret. It's not about confidence. I had 0 confidence growing up. I didn't believe in myself. I grew up in a toxic, alcoholic, unsafe family. Now I'm a sought after speaker and stage performer, an international best-selling author 4 times, and a national TV show host. If I can do it, you can do it. Let me give you a little background. My dad was killed when I was 15. The entire floor of my life and my mom's life fell from under me. Everything changed after that, which led to all sorts of additional trauma, toxic living. I went into full-on survival mode. And with that, very low self-worth followed me for so many years. I was the quiet one, the girl in the corner. I learned to shrink, to stay small. I learned to numb. I learned to stay small, to stay safe. Something inside of me refused to die. Deep down, I knew I wanted to help and serve others. That was my calling. I did. I tried so hard to reconnect to that part of me that still believed, the part of me that knew that there was something more. And I want to share something. When I first started speaking in churches, I spoke from my wounds. And here's the difference. People would say to me, "That was powerful, Janine. I'm so sorry that happened to you." I realized then that I was not leading yet. I was releasing, I was bleeding on stage. And there is a difference, my friend. Integration is the secret sauce. Integration is what you've been through is no longer running you. It's when your story lives in your wisdom, not your wounds. Your body, your heart feels safe in your truth. So your audience feels safe. That's the secret sauce. It's when your message comes from embodiment, not emotion. That is when everything changed for me. Integration is the difference between telling your story, becoming it. People who command rooms are grounded in their body. They breathe slower. They move intentionally. They make eye contact. I wish I could see your lovely faces. They don't rush their energy. They're present. So, as Tony Robbins says, we don't enter a room, we arrive like the rock star and the badass that we are. That is nervous system regulation. Learning how to speak from your scars instead of your wounds. That, my friend, is when confidence shows up. That's when people lean in. So when people say to me all the time, Janine, I wish I had your confidence. Let me tell you something. No, I was not born with this. I built it. I stood in the fire, as many of you have. I pushed past comfort. I chose healing over hiding. And now I help women do the same thing. So let me ask you something. Are you thinking right now, I'm too broken. I'm too old. I missed my moment. Let me lovingly tell you, no, you did not. I promise you, if I can rise from trauma and low self-worth, so can you, my friend. If I can find my voice, so can you. And if you're ready to learn how to turn your story into strength, leadership, and visibility, please come see me at the summit Monday, March 16th at 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern. I'm going to show you exactly how to move from survival mode to stage real transformation because, friend, it's never too late to become what and who God created you to be. And until you fully believe in yourself, I will believe for you. I'll see you there at the Women Thrive Summit.
Yes, what a powerhouse. Oh my goodness. The work that you do, Janine, to empower women to speak not from, you know, not from a place of being broken and disempowered, but really taking that stage and knowing that you have arrived and you're here for a reason to make an impact. And I
Yes.
love that you're using your message in such a powerful way.
Thank you.
Janine, your talk at the summit is going to be incredible. Are
Oh,
you
thank
bringing
you.
something magical? Maybe we can get to hear your music.
Yes, a song that I wrote specifically for this. You inspired me, Ray. The whole group inspired me. I love the people that I've got to know, like everybody that is in this team. I just adore.
Wow. Oh, so sweet. I am, like my daughter says, you're so sweet.
You're so sweet. No, we're badass.
We are badass. And, you know, we are paving the way for the next
Yes.
generation of women to be
Yes.
badass women.
Mhm.
And you're certainly doing that. You're such an
Oh.
inspiration. Where do people connect with you?
I'm on social, Facebook and Instagram. My handle is Janine Emily, and it's spelled weird, GININEEMILY. And on LinkedIn, the handle is Janine Smith. And you can also just go to my website. It's BADDASS lioness.com and connect with me. No pressure. I just want to hear your story. I promise.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about the summit, that our speakers are truly open to those connections and
Yes.
sharing their stories and having conversations. So you're just one conversation away,
Yeah.
maybe from transforming your life and getting onto those stages and finding those opportunities to share your story.
Yes. Be a guest on my podcast, on my TV show. I welcome it.
Amazing. You're incredible, Janine, and
Oh,
I'm so
thank
proud to have
you.
you on the summit.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. This was Janine Smith. So do make sure you connect with her. And if you have felt the connection and the calling with any of our speakers, maybe their story has resonated, make sure you drop them a message to say, I've heard you, I've been here, I watched your talk, and I want to connect. So my next speaker is, so let's bring her on, another wonderful powerhouse lady, Dr. 𝐔𝐬𝐬 𝐕𝐨𝐢𝐜. She's an educator, a master facilitator, and leadership development scholar. Ooh, bear with. Okay, thank you, team. I am so thrilled to bring 𝐔𝐬𝐬, who is dedicated to supporting sustaining success of Black women leaders. She is the founder of CSB Consulting Services, where she partners with academic institutions to advance institutional transformation and disrupt isolation, burnout, and attrition among women of color in leadership. 𝐔𝐬𝐬, wonderful to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. It's always good to be here. Good to see you, Ray. And appreciate the fit check.
Hey, we got the memo. 𝐔𝐬𝐬, I'll hand over the mic to you and I'll be back right at the end.
Sounds good. Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here. Again, I'm Dr. 𝐔𝐬𝐬 𝐕𝐨𝐢𝐜. I help women leaders access affirming communities that help them match their wellness practices with their ambition. But before we go any further, I've got a confession to make. I've got a little bit of a habit. I'm the strong one. Oh, you too? Well, come on in here, girl. Let's talk. In my work with women leaders, I've noticed that I'm not the only one. I know we women leaders are, I appreciate Janine, badass. I know that we are extraordinary at showing up for other people, but less often we ask or get to have other people show up for us. Oh, that part's not you. Let's do a little self-check. I'm going to ask you to give me a little feedback in the chat. Drop a 1 if what I share with you, I'm going to say a sentence and I want you to tell me if you agree, if it's a yes, if it applies to you, I want you to drop a 1. If it doesn't apply or you're like, nah, that's not, I don't really feel that, drop a 2. A 1 if you agree, a 2 if you disagree. Here goes the first one. When you're nervous or unsure, you tend not to let other people know. 1 if that applies, 2 if it doesn't. I'm going to give the next one. I'm watching the chat. When you're hurting, you don't let people see you fall apart. 1 if that's true for you, 2 if it's not. Oh, I'm the only person telling on myself in here today. Okay, well, here goes one more. When you get it wrong, I mean, just dead mess up. You're not quite sure maybe who still believes in you. Well, you all can let me know what you're thinking, but I'm going to tell you right now, for me, all ones across the board. So many of us, women, sister leaders, strong women, were the girls who always got it right. And somewhere along the way, we began to believe that we have to get it right to deserve support. But I want to tell you something plainly. You deserve, actually, no, you need community to succeed. I hope Women Thrive is a testimony to that. In real community, it's not seasonal, it's not conditional, it's not dependent on your performance. I mean, yes, community can also be like girls' night with karaoke and drinks, or maybe it's somebody bringing you some soup when you're sick or in a season of grieving. But community is also the person or the people who say, girl, this is hard. And actually, I'm not even sure if I fully understand it, but I'm here. I'm with you. I'm not going anywhere. I had an experience recently that clarified this for me. I've been part of an incredible circle of women, warm, generous, supportive. These are the folks who showed up. Karaoke nights, soups. But then there was a rupture in one of my relationships. And there was hurt. And there was confusion, there was shock, and there were some attempts to repair that didn't land. And as I looked around the collective, I found silence. The rupture hurt, but that's human, maybe to be expected. But what really unsettled me, what really shook me, was that as I felt more and more vulnerable, I also felt more and more alone. And in that moment, my habit kicked in. And boy, did it come like an enemy. That voice, "You're the strong one," started to say things to me like, maybe you need to adjust so you can re-earn their care. Or if support is gone, maybe it's because you never deserved it. I wonder if you can relate. If you can, come on in just a little bit closer, my strong sister leader friend. Come on in. Let me talk to you as I talk to myself. You deserve to be held. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be honored. You deserve to be cared for on your worst day, when you are at your weakest, when your vulnerabilities are on full display. And yeah, I want you to know it's going to feel real funny. But that's what you do for other people, so that's what you deserve to have back. And when you find someone who does that for you, that, my friend, is community. So are you in spaces where other people will hold up the walls while you crumble? Are your connections able to withstand disruption? I implore you, sister, leader, friend, pursue community that can hold you, because as strong women who lead, we already carry enough, and we shouldn't have to carry it alone, because strength without community exhausts us. But strength within community, real community, endures and sustains. Thank you so much. If you heard something that you liked today, can we keep talking? Come find me. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I think I'll get to say again where, but I'm also going to be at the Women Thrive Summit. I'm a day 4 girly, so hang in there. If you're coming all the way through, stick around until day 4. I'll see you on the 20th of March at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you.
I'm a day 4 girl too, Chanel. We're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be friends.
Let's talk.
Great share today, Chanel. And yeah, what a powerful share, and just your experience of it. Communities and safe spaces are just so important. And sometimes we have to recognize that there are different experiences that we may have, but also how to navigate those spaces and how to find the spaces that are suitable for us, that will celebrate us, encourage us, and also, advocate for us. So thank you for sharing that. Chanel, I'm excited to have you at the Women Thrive Summit. And yeah, we look forward to having you there. What can people expect during your talk?
We're going to have more conversation about how to get into the communities that actually will. I mean, you're already preaching, Ray. When we started off today, I was like, oh my goodness, Ray's giving my speech, which we can't hear it enough. So appreciate being able to echo a sentiment that I think is so important and powerful for us as women. So we're going to keep talking about what are the elements of community and how do we design and decipher what actually is the type of community that I think particularly those of us who qualify as like the ambitious, the strong, the one who kind of always get it done for everybody else. What does it look like for us to make, first of all, fall back enough to allow people to hold us, but also like, what are the characteristics of that community so that we know that when we find one, that's the one to hold on to. And maybe if it's not quite the right vibe, that we can move along.
Yeah, amazing. So look forward to having you at the Women Thrive Summit in March.
Excited to be there.
All right. Oh my goodness. So many amazing speakers that you just got to meet at the Women Thrive Summit. And this is our annual Women Empowerment of the Year, where you get to meet all of these amazing speakers. And yes, community is such a cornerstone for growth, for opportunities. So many things can come through. And for me, community has been not only just the passion of mine, but knowing that you can go so much further if you go together with like-minded people. And I have been super blessed to curate this amazing platform and community of amazing women who are here to inspire you, empower you, and co-create. So do make sure you head over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your free spot. This is where the magic is going to be happening. I want to bring back my wonderful co-host. We missed her, haven't we? Hey.
Hey, I've been in the green room listening to the most amazing talks. really very, very inspirational. And I think so it always feels like the right timing to listen to these messages. You know, everything that's been shared so far, just fantastic. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed watching.
Yeah, wonderful. And Mikhail said, community is not just something, it's everything. And we heard Mikhail's share earlier today. Truly, it is everything.
Yeah, it is. It's so nice to know that you're not alone. And you know, I'm in the WhatsApp group, in the Women Thrive Speaker WhatsApp group, and everyone's supporting one another and sharing. And when you can come into these communities and use it as a platform, not to show off, but actually to show up authentically and be vulnerable, it's something very, very special. And we were talking about this earlier, there's not a lot of spaces that actually feel like that. And this is why I'm such a big advocate of Women Thrive, because I know that every single woman that is in part of this community has a place to share vulnerably, and then we'll really get that support. And this is so important to us as speakers, because it's important to be able to practice that in safe spaces. And then you have the confidence then to be able to go and share it on stage. Imagine having to go onto the stage and being told or coached, you know, to be vulnerable, and you need to be more vulnerable and you need to share your story, and then not having the confidence or the practice to do it. So I would really recommend to everyone that is watching this, that is listening to this, to seek out communities that support you. Of course, we will welcome you with open arms at Women Thrive, and there's lots of different opportunities that you can take to do that. You can come and join us on the Women Thrive Summit as a participant. You can come and speak on the stage next year. If you are inspired to speak yourself, we will be opening applications very shortly for our speakers for the 2027 Summit. And also, I just wanted to let you know that the first Thursday of each month, we also hold a completely free networking call on Zoom, where a lot of our community gather, our current speakers, our authors, our past speakers, women in our community, women that have been on the podcast, and we come together and we share knowledge and expertise, and we get to know one another. So that is another opportunity for you to do that. Just make sure that you are subscribed to our newsletter, because we update you with all of that. So I would love to know in the comments, please, how you are finding our showcase today. If you have any questions, who you're being inspired by, not that we want to promote favorites, but who's been your favorite? Who is it that's really inspired you on the stage today? We would love to know. And we have the most amazing speakers who are lined up to see us to the end of this wonderful showcase, our last speaker showcase until before the summit, which will be next month. So I am very excited to introduce our next speaker onto the stage. I see her. She's already shining brightly in the green room. Her name is Jeanette Lowry, and she is a reoccurring income and transformational expert who helps women pivot from employee to a home-based entrepreneur. Her entrepreneurial journey began in 1990 as what she calls an accidental entrepreneur. After an unexpected divorce left her a single mum of two, the recurring income she had built became the blessing that allowed her to stay home and raise her children full-time while creating a life on her own terms. Welcome to the stage, Jeanette.
So excited to be here. Thanks, Abby.
It's wonderful to see you. Please take it away, and then I'll be back afterwards because I'll have lots of questions for you.
Sounds great. Thank you. Hey, I have a question for you women out there who know that you are made for more. You're successful. Perhaps you're in a upper C-suite level, middle management. You've gone through the corporate rat race. You've aspired to almost as much and as far as you can go within the corporate, I call it a grind, but it's a great platform for learning. How many of you have a plan B? What I mean by a plan B is if something took you out of your job, your career, and that salary stopped, it could be a 30-day stop. Would you still get paid? It could be a 1-year stop. Would you still get paid? 100% of women tell me, no, I wouldn't get paid. There's nothing like that, is there? There is. I'm going to be talking about my experience over the past 34 years in recurring income. It has been a huge blessing. I didn't know anything about it except for watching my father, who had his own insurance company. When I was 9 years old, I understood what recurring income did for our family of 6 kids. It freed up his time. The money was coming in, from the annual premiums, etc. He wasn't part of that making the money daily anymore. So it allowed us trips to the cabin, water skis, snow mountains, the whole bit. I decided at age 9, I was never going to be in a box working for somebody else, telling me what my worth was, when I need to show up, and basically how long I'm going to last in their environment. So I had entrepreneurship in my brain at age 9. Spent my entire life as a gymnast, basically, or teaching fitness through college, gymnastics, fitness, still at age 64 as a nana of 2 granddaughters and 2 adult kids. I love what I do because I can help women really look at options, going from linear income, JOB, to leveraged income, which is ongoing, recurring, walk-away income that continues on whether or not you get out of bed. It sustained me. 7 years of building my first company, 20 years. I retired to raise my 2 kids through college. 2018, with a divorce. Let me ask you this. These are the 4 Ds that I really want you to consider. If you've been stricken with, it's horrible. Divorce, me, death of a spouse or a significant other, disease. Maybe you've been stricken with cancer or something that debilitates you. And the 4th, I call a disruptor, and that's AI. If you've been hit with any of those 4, if you haven't, you will. All of us will, at least one of them. What is your plan B? I came out of retirement in 2018 because I saw the merging and converging of trends: social media, high tech, e-commerce shopping, online buying, and for sure, entrepreneurship exploding globally. Took a couple years. I'm a lifetime learner. I love education. And I decided I'm going to put together a platform for women who want more, who know they're worth more, and want to leverage their time through the efforts of many to make that income. It's not about solopreneurship where you work 16 hours a day with your own business. It's about leveraging through collaboration, community, and leverage purchases. I cannot wait for the Women Thrive Conference because I'm going to unpack my 3 pillars of Plan B, including mind, body, resurrecting the body, women. We all go through changes in our health, and it seems like getting rid of that belly fat for us women who have hormonal changes is impossible. Diets don't work. It's not a diet. I'm going to present you with information that will truly change your life. So mind, body change, business, what's going on globally, social media, AI, including apps that you can work through with the business. And 3, why leveraged income will and can set you free. So I hope that you can join us for the March 16th through 20th Women's Thrive event, online, virtual. It's free. There's going to be about 50 women that have expertise, not just online learning, but really I've lived through everything that I'm teaching. That's the sign of a great coach. Lifetime experience taken into sharing with others. I'll be speaking on Wednesday, so I'm a midweek gal, the 18th at 11 a.m. Hope you can join us. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. Woohoo! Bring on the Women Thrive Summit. We
Yes,
are
ma'am.
so excited to hear you
Yeah.
speak. I love when you share because you really bring this practical implementation, as well as, of course, all your wonderful stories and experience and life experience. You bring in a way that someone can really simply create this residual income. And, you know, I'm a big believer of not putting all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And it's so important that, especially as women, we have this access, like with your story, right? Of, you know, being suddenly finding yourself as the main breadwinner, and luckily you had this income coming in. So it's such a great message, isn't it?
Yes.
For all of us.
And also with the changes that is slapping everybody in the face with AI, thinking about how many jobs are not only going to be displaced, but they're never coming back, you know, and that number is huge. 92 million jobs are going to be gone in the next 5 years in the world. Those are big numbers, and they're not coming back. So it's really imperative that women look for a plan B. Multiple income streams is all of our future. So
yeah, absolutely. I remember having conversations like this 10 years ago when I started my business about technology, and, you know, really preparing for it, and look, it's happening now. And it's really important that we have this knowledge and that we're able to sustain ourselves. So we are very, very excited to have you come and speak on the stage, Jeanette. Midweek. Very much looking forward to it. Where can we find you on socials? Remind us again where we can follow you.
I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. It's my name, Jeanette Lowry. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me through my website, which is JeanetteLowry.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Thank you for coming and speaking
Thank
on our
you.
fabulous showcase. Can you believe it?
I know. Amazing. Just like, excited.
Enjoy your day. Thank you for coming and sharing your words of wisdom, and we'll see you soon. Okay, everyone. So we have got a few more amazing speakers left. And so please make yourself comfortable. I went and made myself a cup of tea. I'm so British. I love to have my cup of tea here as we're listening to these inspirational talks. And I am very, very excited to introduce you to our next speaker. Her name is Rosalie Didona, and she is a source alignment guide and mentor and founder of the Purifying Place, a spiritual sanctuary dedicated to helping women return to their inner truth and wholeness and embodied self-trust. Known for her grounded yet deeply intuitive approach, Rosalie guides women out of self-doubt and overwhelm and into a state of clarity, alignment, and divine connection. Welcome to the stage, Rosalie. It's wonderful to have you here. Oh, now we can't hear you. So can we just do a quick mic check just to see if you are... I don't think that you are muted. No? I can see you. I just can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we are. I can hear you now. Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to hear all the speakers and be here and prepare for the summit, which I'm super excited for.
Yeah, we're so excited. I love your work, and I'm really excited to hear your talk on the summit, and I'm really excited to hear you today. So please take it away, and I'll be back afterwards with some questions.
Thank you. What if the very way you've been praised for leading is the very thing that's been draining you all along? So many high-achieving, heart-led women, including myself, are often celebrated for being strong, capable, endlessly available, and we quietly exhaust ourselves without anyone ever knowing it. We feel truly unseen, and many of us are leading from this space, this conditioned versions of ourselves that learned to fit in to survive, that had to feel had to show up and be a certain way to feel worthy within. And we're taught that leadership means overgiving of ourselves, overfunctioning, pouring ourselves out into everyone else but ourselves. But that leaves us depleted. And throwing energy outside of yourself in the name of love isn't love, it is self-abandonment. And a lot of this carries into our lives leading as women in our families, in our jobs, maybe if you're starting a business, and we over-sacrifice ourselves and who we are in the name of service. I know this personally at a very deep level. In 2020, my daughter was born extremely premature at just 23 weeks. She was 1.5 pounds, barely crossing that threshold of viability in the midst of COVID pandemic. And in an instant, everything that I thought mattered fell away. Achievement didn't matter. Performing didn't matter. Being the strong one didn't matter anymore. I found myself sitting beside an incubator, helpless, hopeless, and forced to surrender. As I navigated 5 months in the NICU with my newborn, I realized that with pain allows us to be purified from within if we allow it, if we lead from love. And so I had two options. I could either fall into despair and hopelessness and fear and accept the script and the expectations of my family, my friends, the doctors who were telling me that this wasn't going to turn out well. Or I could trust in that inner knowing, intuitive nudge, and guidance from the divine that told me what my true desire was. I didn't realize it then, but I wasn't just giving birth to my daughter. I was giving birth to a new version of myself, an empowered version of me, one that's rooted in self-trust, rooted in divine guidance, and rooted in truth instead of survival. Ultimately, I made the decision to go all in on my daughter's health. And one of the toughest moments for me was going home from the hospital after I was discharged, leaving her there in the NICU behind and thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to help any of this happen in a way that is fulfilling for both of us? And a voice came to me in the middle of the night, which I truly believe was God's voice, that told me, Lily will rise from this, just like her name says, Lily Rose. Feeling that presence, feeling that knowing, and trusting in that wholeheartedly, despite the chaos and noise that was going on in the world, rooted me in truth, in surrender, and love and gratitude for what was already whole and already mine, which is love, pure acceptance. And what I thought was breaking my heart was actually breaking it open. It was opening me to receive more love than I had ever allowed in my life thus far. And again, I learned that pain purifies you when you can see it through the lens of love. What felt like devastation, I now see as initiation. What felt like loss became expansion. And as a soul alignment coach, this is the pattern I see again and again in powerful women who have mastered achievement, but haven't given themselves this permission to lead from their deepest authentic truth. True embodied leadership begins when you pause and you listen to your higher wisdom. It's the quiet guidance of your soul that isn't driven by fear, but rooted in approval of who you are as an authentic being and child of God. When you allow yourself to lean into and take up this space in your wholeness, you don't leak energy outwardly anymore. You root inward. You become this energetic well of unconditional love when you put yourself first. And then you can truly serve from your overflow. When you anchor into that, leadership no longer becomes exhausting. It becomes this act of devotion and overflow, and you align with the life that was always meant for you. Your life becomes this full expression of your soul's truth, empowered, embodied, experiencing deep joy and resonance. When you give yourself permission to live from this truth, from your soul truth, your divine truth, you quietly give others permission to do the same. If this resonates, I invite you to join me and many others at the Women Thrive Summit for my talk, From Survival to Sanctuary, where we'll go deeper into this soul alignment shift, aligning with your soul's truth and expressing from that place authentically. This is where unshakable trust is truly born, and the one that anchors your leadership and empowers you to truly lead with love. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalie.
Thank you, Abigail.
I just want to honor everything that you've just shared. And thank you so much for sharing your story and Lily Rose's story and your message of unconditional love and how we can overfill our cup and be the leaders through that unconditional love. Is a message that's always been so poignant, but especially at the moment, that message of love. And it's such a powerful force. It's such a powerful energy. And how amazing that you are helping others to be able to create access to that.
Thank you, Abigail. I truly appreciate it. And I'm so grateful to you and Ramonda for this beautiful platform and meeting other beautiful souls on this journey. And I truly can feel the energy and resonance and the ripple effect of just this platform of love shining into the world. So thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure and a privilege to have you as part of the community, to have you speaking on our stage. Honestly, I could listen to you speak forever. You're such your voice. There's just the energy that you convey when you're on stage, and we're very, very much looking forward to hearing you talk on the stage in March. Only a few weeks away. Can you believe it?
So exciting. It's so exciting. It's going to be powerful, and I'm so honored and so just elated to see everybody there and hear all the powerful messages and feel the energy and the vibrancy of it all. And again, my heart is so full and I'm just so grateful. So thank you.
Can you remind us again where we can find you online? Where can we follow you? Where can we connect with you?
Yes, you can find me at The Purifying Place on Instagram, YouTube, and my website, thepurifyingplace.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rosalie. Thank you for sharing today.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm just looking at these comments, and it's so lovely to see you supporting our speakers today. And I'm also looking at the private chat as well, and I can see some collabs coming along. It always happens. I mean, it just happens naturally and organically, and it's so wonderful to see. So I'm very excited to see what is going to happen there. Okay, are we ready for our next speaker? I see her, and I'm so excited to hear her speak. Our next speaker is Dr. Meg Gibson. She is a leadership and organization development consultant. She's a personal branding strategy and transformational speaker with over 30 years of experience guiding professionals to step into visibility and power. As founder and CEO of True Choices Consulting, she helps mid to senior level leaders align their voice, values, and vision with bold, authentic brands that inspire, influence, and impact. Welcome to the stage, Dr. Meg. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am good. I am very excited to hear what you're going to share with us today.
We both are be excited about what I'm about to say.
Take it away, and we'll be back afterwards with questions.
All righty. How's everyone doing today? I'm excited to be here. And if you've been on any of my other talks before, you'll actually see me being very, very casual today. I thought about, should I change? Should I put on a nice shirt and put my makeup on, change my earrings and some more jewelry? And then I decided against it. I decided today I was going to really show you me because I'm all right with me. The way I look right now, I've been in training all day, so I'm taking time out of my training to come and speak right now. And this is what I wore to training. And I left home during that training to go to the doctor's office, came back and went into training. I've been in and out of here listening to the speakers, and I had the training up, and I also had this speaker portal up as well. And all the while I'm debating, should I change? Maybe I'll put some lipstick on. And then I'm thinking here, and I'm like, no, you don't have to, because you're not here to see me look pretty. Although in my mind, I am pretty. But you're not here to see me look pretty. You're here to hear my message. And what you see in front of you is someone who is being very unapologetic about how I look today. I'm coming to you raw. I'm coming to you every bit of who I am. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. And so what I'm realizing is that as I sit here and I listen to a few of the speakers of what they said and how they feel, it's like, wow, there's so many of us, regardless of what our lived experiences are, we have made it to the other side. And some of us are still on that side, wanting to get to the other side. And some of us are still in the process of moving. The most important thing, though, is we move. So the struggle I had with my attire, and the reason I kept it on, you can't really see it, but it was important for me to keep this shirt on because it says, I belong on the call, in the room, and at the table. And I believe that. And I believe every woman should feel that way, that you belong on the call, you belong in the room, and you belong at that table. Because as a woman, we need to be able to use our voice. We need to be able to understand what we bring into any organization, what we bring into any value, what we bring a value into any job we walk into. And in doing that, it's our responsibility to make sure our voice is heard, our value is heard. We understand the asset that we bring. So yes, never allow anyone to stifle you. Never allow anyone to make you be someone that you aren't. Understand you enough that you're okay with you. Understand who you are enough that when you don't look like everybody else, it's still okay, and you still carry that level of power with you. Because I don't have my lipstick on, I don't have mascara on or my eyeliner, I don't have my necklaces on or my rings or any jewelry, and yet I'm still here and I'm still showing up with every bit of the power of who I am. And what I want you to understand is the outer appearance of who we are does not make us. So many times we get caught up into what we look like, what we're wearing, what designers that we have. Is it a Louis or Gucci? But there's no substance. I want you to get your substance. I want you to really know who you are, and you could embrace that. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to get in that room. You want to be able to sit at that table. And you want the people at the table to hear your voice, because that's most important. You have value inside of you. You have purpose inside of you. There is a lot for you to give to this world. And it's your responsibility to make sure you give it to them. Tom Peters says that we are all owners of our very own company. We are all owners of it. Do you know what the name of that company is? Me Inc. M-E Incorporated. Me Inc. Think about that. If we spent the amount of time, effort, and energy on ourselves that we spend in going to the mall, driving the nice car, making sure we bought the designer handbag or designer clothes, if we put that time of effort into ourselves and started promoting ourselves as a brand, how amazing would that be for us? And I want you to think about that, because if you can start looking at yourself like a brand and understanding that as a brand like Coca-Cola or like Pepsi or Tide or Gain, those are products, and they do what they can to win people away. There are your Tide users, and there are your Gain users, and then there are your Arm & Hammer or all or whatever detergent you want to use. Think of yourself like a product. Because when you think of yourself like a product, then you start to market yourself like a product. You want to be able to pull out the best of who you are. Because there are other people out there doing the best for who they are, of their company called Me Inc. The good part about that, though, I only have 5 minutes here. But guess what? On March 17th at 9 o'clock, I get to give you the full blueprint of what goes on when you're really take control of your business called Me Inc. And I'm going to leave you with this. You have to have a set of board of directors. There are always people, businesses, whether they're profit, non-for-profit, they're a group of people that help guide those organizations. And Me Inc. needs to have board of directors as well. And there are 6 primary people you need to have to help you run your business, Me Inc. The only one I'm going to give you right now is the first one, and that's a sponsor. You need a sponsor as one of your board of directors. And what does your sponsor do? Your sponsor is that person that gets you in the room when you're not around. That's what your sponsor does. They get you in the room. There are 5 more left, okay? March 17th at 9 o'clock. I'll help you put your board of directors together so you can walk out and show the world that 𝐸_INC is here and you're ready to roll. I look forward to seeing you.
Dr. Meg, you've left us on a cliffhanger, you. Oh my goodness, such a great message. This t-shirt, I belong on the call, in the room and at the table. I feel like Dr. Meg a merch way down, because you always sit in front of those very inspirational messages on the wall as well. But just fantastic, a great message, because you're right. It's not what you wear. It's not the car that you drive. It's how you show up. It's how you see yourself and appreciate yourself, and get serious in 𝐸_INC. And I'm really, really excited to listen to your talk, even more so now, because I want to find out who the other 5 are.
They're important. They are important. People always say, well, I just have one person that does all of that? You can, but why would you want to? Because everybody has different skills. Yeah. So you actually want 6 different people because you want to leverage all of those skills as individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. Such great advice. Thank you, Dr. Meg. You have been on quite the journey with us. And, this is nearly a year in the making, and we are heading now very quickly towards the Women's Growth Summit. How are you feeling right now at this point in the journey?
I'm excited and excited and emotional at the same time. My story about how I met Women Thrive. And this is the week that started this is the week last year that started the emotions for me. So to be where I am now with Women Thrive, it has been a strong foundation of a safe space, of trust, of loving care, of these wonderful women, you, Raimonda, and the Thrive speakers, the friendships that have been developed, the powerful strength that is there, the pods we just recently created, especially our pod. We got together and it was like all of a sudden we just knew each other. It was like, how did that happen? We just blended perfectly. It's been an amazing experience, and I am thankful, I am grateful, and I am humbled for the opportunity. It has definitely enriched my life this past year, and I get chills just thinking about it, of how much this impacted my life in a year's time. So I definitely thank you both.
Well, we want to say thank you to you for coming and being a cheerleader and a participant, watching the summit, being very actively involved, and then stepping in to one of our speaker spots. We were absolutely delighted and over the moon that you joined the community, and we continue to be. The way that you show up in the community, you're so inspirational. So thank you for being you.
That's all I got.
Dr. Meg, remind us again where we can find you online.
I can be found on LinkedIn at Meg Gibson. That's MEG Gibson, GIBSON. And that's really where I spend the majority of my time. I'm on Facebook, but I don't do too much on Facebook. If you look on me for Facebook, look for True Choices Consulting. That's my business page there. And on Instagram at Make True Choices.
Wonderful. Make sure you go and follow Dr. Meg. And thank you. And we look forward to your talk.
I'm excited.
Okay, so that was Dr. Meg. Thank you for supporting her, for watching her. What a great talk. I can't believe we are nearly at the end, but we're not there yet, because we have one more fabulous speaker for you. And I'm so, so glad that she gets to speak today. Her name is Dawn Gates. She is the Pivot to Passion coach, and she's a retired US Army veteran, author, and certified diversity, equity, and inclusion and accessibility practitioner who empowers women to embrace change and step boldly into new seasons of life. After more than 20 years of leadership in the military, she transformed her own journeys of transition into a calling, helping others find clarity, confidence, and purpose. Dawn, welcome to the stage.
So much, Abigail. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my goodness, Dawn, you are our last speaker on our last summit, our last showcase before the summit. How does that feel?
No pressure. No pressure whatsoever. And to follow behind Dr. Meg, oh my goodness. No, but I feel like I'm in a great position. I feel that this is just kismet. I'm meant to be here. I'm supposed to be here, and I'm going to take us home.
Absolutely. You take us home, Dawn. I'll hand the stage over to you.
Thanks so much. Now, I have a confession to make. Many, many, many years ago, as a child, I was the tallest person in my classroom. I naturally stood out. I was asked to be a speaker for different things because I was the person who you could find the quickest or see the easiest. And then somewhere along the way, I started to learn to shrink myself. I started learning to lower my voice, to soften my opinions, to make my ambitions more palatable, to pursue passion, but only after responsibility, sacrifice, culture, tradition, and expectation had taken their turn. And yet, here I am. And here you are. I imagine there are women from different countries who speak different languages and have different lived experiences. But you're probably all connected by one undeniable thing. You feel the pull towards something more. That pull, that whisper, that ache within you, that's your pivot calling. And here's what I need you to know today. Your pivot is not a breakdown. It is a breakthrough asking you to take up space. For many women, taking up space is very layered. It's not just about confidence. It's about culture. It's about stories, your lived stories. Maybe you're the first in your family to do something. It's about accents and assumptions that people have. It's about proving yourself twice as much to receive half as much. And yet, we are still here. Taking up space does not mean being loud. You can be loud, but that's not what it means. It means being aligned. It means saying, similar to what Dr. Meg said, my voice belongs in this room. My experience has value. My story is not a liability. It is my leadership. In the realm of Pivot to Passion, my coaching program, taking up space means recognizing that your transition is not random. It is data. It is direction. It is your destiny unfolding. But here's the paradox. You cannot guide others into boldness if you are still apologizing for your own expansion. You can't teach clarity while hiding your own truth. I can't model transformation while resisting my own. A pivot is not something to tiptoe through. It's something to claim. And there are 3 ways that we can take up space in our pivot. 1, we can honor the interruption. Most pivots begin with a disruption, a job loss, a relocation, motherhood, burnout, a crisis of identity, a season of Is this really it? But what if that interruption is not an obstacle? What if it is an invitation? When we stop labeling our transitions as failures and start seeing them as feedback, we reclaim that power. You are not behind. You are becoming. So number 2, we reframe the difference as distinction. We have a lot of insight. We understand adapting. We have cultural nuance. We understand resilience at a cellular level. This is not something to downplay. This is what is your differentiator. The world does not need another generic version of you. It needs you fully expressed. Taking up space means refusing to dilute your lived experience to fit someone else's framework of success. And number 3, we give ourselves permission before the world does. Many of us like to wait for credentials, for validation, for applause, for someone to say, now you're ready. But the truth is, readiness is rarely announced. It's decided. At some point, you stop asking, am I allowed? Can I move in this way? Can I do this? Can I? And you start to declare, I'm called. I'm supposed to be in this space. I'm supposed to be in this room. I'm supposed to be speaking at the Women Thrive Summit. And the calling does not require consensus. It simply requires courage. When you take up space in your pivot to passion, something shifts. You stop chasing. You start to choose. You stop competing. You start creating. And you stop shrinking and start serving. And service from a place of alignment, that is magnetic. You will attract what you deserve and what you desire, not because you're perfect, because you are embodied, because you have walked through that fire and built language around it, because you have dared to say, I am evolving and I refuse to hide while I do. So let me leave you with this. Taking up space is not about dominance. It's about presence. It's about standing in your story without editing out the uncomfortable chapters. There are so many. It is about allowing your ambition to breathe. It is about recognizing that your pivot is not a detour from purpose. It is purpose unfolding. So I challenge you, the next time doubt whispers, the next time comparison creeps in, the next time you feel the urge to shrink, ask yourself, what would it look like to expand instead? What would it feel like to trust that voice on the inside? What would happen if I took up space unapologetically? Because the world does not change when women wait. It changes when women rise. And when women rise, perspectives, global wisdom, unapologetic passion, we don't just pivot. We transform industries. We reshape narratives. We redefine leadership. So take up that space. Be the tallest person in the room. Be the broadest person in the room, the loudest person in the room. It's your business. It's your calling. It's your becoming. Your pivot is not permission-based. It's power-based. And it is time. And that's my time. Thank you.
Woo! Dawn Gates. Yes, yes, yes. It is time. It's our time. It's your time. What a fantastic way to end such an amazing showcase. All 6 foot of you powerful, amazing, inspirational woman. What a great way to finish. Thank you so much, Dawn.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much. It's always been a pleasure.
You know, you a lot of what there was many things that you were talking about, but you were talking about role modeling, about, you know, we need to have this confidence to not ask permission to take up space, to know that it's our birthright, that we are required to be this way in the world, and role modeling that for others. And one of the things that's just blown me away from you all through this year, that we've had the absolute honor of getting to know you, is that you are such a fantastic role model. Because you were like, I can't teach transformation if I'm not going through it myself, right?
Exactly.
And it's just been so wonderful to see you, to witness you, to listen to your stories showing up, especially on the showcases. And really, it feels like in real time you've been sharing your transformation with us. And of course, what you can do is turn behind and help others, you know, on that journey. So it's just been wonderful to witness.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not easy to open yourself up and be vulnerable, but it's part of the process, and I just have to trust the process, and that's what other people have to do as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dawn, we are very much looking forward to your talk. Of course we are. And you have got quite the fan club in this chat. Can I just say, please go and look through it and receive your flowers. And can you remind us again where we can find you?
Certainly. I'm on LinkedIn at the Dawn B. Gates. I'm also on Instagram, Pivot to Passion, as well as the Dawn B. Gates as well. And please visit my website, pivot-to-passion.com.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so our very last speaker. There's one more person that I want to bring on stage. She's doing a little dancey dance in the green room. I can see her. Ramonda Jan.
I can't. Oh my God, Dawn. I was like, I had to take a bow at the end. What a great close to the season. Also, Dr. Meg Gibson. Oh, I loved all the shares this evening. They just have been soul-filling, powerful, beautiful reminders to be our true, our authentic selves. Embrace who we are, every dimension. Doesn't matter if you've been told you're not good enough, you don't belong, you shouldn't be too loud, too bright, shine bright anyway. Honestly, just wonderful shares. I see 𝐤𝐬𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐡 just joined us as well. I had to tag 𝐤𝐬𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐡 in these talks because, as you know, 𝐤𝐬𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐡 was one of our speakers from a very early summit, and she's such a cheerleader for the women. I thought she would love to see some of the speakers tonight, but what a way to close this particular season. And of course, a lead up. Yes, this is Dr. 𝐤𝐬𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐡 as well. And she actually will be connecting with Dawn because she will be hosting Dawn at the summit for her talk. Yeah. So keep an eye out for that connection. I'm so proud to connect women in our network, to connect past speakers with current speakers, but really we're leading up to our annual event, which is such a big celebration and opportunity for everyone to connect, to get together, to share our voices, our messages, and honestly, blown away. And Abigail, thank you so much for holding it together today as well, whilst I had to multitask with my parenting duties.
You are more than welcome. I really, really love hosting this with you, Ramonda. So thank you for inviting me. I feel very honored to be able to not only represent Women Thrive, but also to introduce these incredible women to our audience.
Yeah, I'm proud. I don't want this to end, but this is not the end. This may be the end of this particular season. Our monthly showcases for this season will be back with these events probably in June, when we have a new round of speakers joining us for the next summit. But just around the corner is our Women Thrive Summit, happening 16th to the 20th of March. So head over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your spot, connect with these amazing speakers. Honestly, they are here to support you, to pour into you. You got to be there, save your spot. I'm really excited to see you all there. Abigail, thank you so much for just being amazing today.
Thank you. Thank you for being amazing.
To all of our speakers, thank you so much for being here, for putting on an incredible event. Thanks to our team behind the scenes who help us make this happen and make it all possible. I am so proud of everybody. Let's go have fun at the Women Thrive Summit in March. And to all of you attendees, thank you for being here and supporting our platform, our speakers. Make sure you share it. This is my final ask. Share this live to your audience and let this message be discovered by many more people. Thank you all so much and have a great rest of your day. Take care for now.